It's been almost 2 weeks since the last Medaka Pond Check, which means I either have a lot to show you or a lot to explain. So welcome back to another Medaka Pond Check recap. Hopefully weekly recap of what's been going on in the ponds, the Medaka ponds. The first, I think since the last update, I had ponds below on this side. This last week, I moved them. I don't remember if I talked about this in the last video. I don't know if I've talked about this in the last video, but also these ponds are now on a stand. This past week I was at my local fish club, HAAS KC. They had a swap. I was selling some fish, tried to sell the majority of the Medaka that I have grown out this summer because they're all mixed up. So I had to dig out a lot of these fish, and I'm basically resetting these ponds so that I have a more organized and structured way to maintain lines and keep things organized. The only one that I'm not changing around is the Wazumi. I'm gonna leave that alone because I know what's in that. But like down there, they look like red king glitters. I don't know if they're red king glitters, but we'll see once they grow out a little bit more. Same with the other pond, there's some fry in there. These were all unintentional in terms of fry and fish. It all happened because of the plants. They were all kind of thrown into the ponds, and we're left with eggs and fry and stuff like that. So that's what we grew there. But yeah. So if you recall, just a second ago I showed you the what it looked like on the other side. This is the back side of that stand, and previously I had some ponds over there. They were just all on the ground. I decided to push all the ponds back, I guess forward now. So now that they're all spaced out like that, I don't know why I did it, but I feel like it's working out a lot better now for some reason. Or maybe I'm just telling myself that. But let's begin with the pond updates here. First up is the Red King Glitter. So I have consistently had really bad luck with these fish. I don't know if I talked about it in the last pond check, but I have been losing these fish like crazy. Been doing a lot of water changes, and so far I've had a few days where they haven't died or anything, but I don't know what happened. I think it was the filter. I think the filter was messed up. I don't know who designed these sponge filters, but the hose, the air nozzle, where you put the hose, you provide the air, and the upward tube, there's a hole there that passes through it. Well, if you push the tube, the upward tube, the big tube, enough, it'll actually block the airline hole. So I ended up like drilling a hole in it and sticking my own air vent into it so that it would actually do its job the way it was supposed to it's designed to do, which probably leads me to believe I probably have other sponge filters that are like that. But yeah, they look like they're doing a pretty good job now recovering. I've just been doing water changes on it. I really think leaving them with like little to no water volume, I guess maybe like a quarter of the water volume, when I was moving the ponds around a while back when I set up the dome, caused them to die. But damn, the lame on that is looking awesome. Right, next up is the Wazumi. I brought these guys to the swap, but nobody was interested, which is kind of depressing. But they're doing fine. Lots of eggs. I think last time I checked on this, I had a bunch of eggs there. See, there's some eggs. Need to take those out. But yeah, there they are. You can actually see, I think one of them's got eggs. You can really see the eggs on her. Maybe if I turn this off, it'll make it easier. This pond was formerly the red tigers. As you can see, it's still the red tiger tank. You can see the little fry floating around in there, and I think it's just wonderful that they are that nature found a way, right? Insert that meme. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave those in here alone, leave them alone. Kind of let them do their own thing and then grow out. I sold one bag of red tigers at the swap. Again, I don't think people can appreciate the Medaka without like having them out on display, and I haven't figured out how to do that. I mean, I've seen lots of YouTube and lots of Instagram videos on how to do that. I mean, on people, the way they go to festivals and bring them to market, but I haven't really put much thought into it. So that could have been it too. I could have brought out fish bowls or something and just kind of had these fish out on display and been like, these are the parents. Look at them. These are the babies. Would you like to buy the babies? Anyways, red tigers. It's a mosquito flying around and it's really annoying me. And it's raining. Anyways, trying to keep the fish food dry. Hope those birds aren't eyeing my fish. Alright, next up is the Sanjuku Lame. Ooh, she's got eggs. She's got a nice clutch of eggs. These were bought from Instagram rice fish seller Medaka Fame. Got really good quality fish. This is the first time I've seen eggs. Hopefully, you know, I get eggs on, well, there's too many plants here. There's more fish in here. I just don't know where they are. Oh my god, that's so funny. It's like they all disappeared. I just got bit by a mosquito. God dang it. So I actually drained the pond, and they're still hiding, which is no surprise there. But I drained it because I was a little bit worried. Look at this. What is this? What is this fish? What do we got here? I don't even know what we got. Yeah, I don't know what kind of fish that is. Must be some sort of wazumi. Anyways, there's 5 fish in here, for sure. I actually drained the pond because I actually wanted it to make sure that there weren't any dead bodies down at the very bottom of the pond. And there weren't. They're all just hiding. But I am gonna move all these water lettuce out and put them in a different pond. Set up a new pond, I guess, with them. But yeah, the Sanjuku Lame Pond. Of course, right when I pull out the here they come. I was gonna say, as soon as I pull out the camera, the Sanjukus hide. But they're not hiding now. Man, but the focus is all kinds of wrong. There we go. They're all over here now. The shaded area. Next up is the Next up is the black miyukis. Let's see if we can get them to come up for some kibble. Need to check for eggs, but I just put food all over the spawning mob, so that's probably not going to work out. I should put it in here, but this isn't really doing anything. Almost dropped the food. Next up is the Kohaku Taigaiku. He's having a hard time focusing. There we go. That female seems very aggressive, by the way. See if there are any eggs. No eggs. Yet. I need to remove some of the plants, probably. A lot of algae. So no eggs. We'll just have to remove some of the plants, I guess. Alright, next up is the Kohaku Lame rice fish. So I'm going to put the food over here. Hopefully they come over here. Just the focus really works over on this side. So I think it'll focus on... Oh! There we go. I've gotten some eggs. Unfortunately, the fry didn't make it. So I got to collect eggs again. And then I gotta remove the male out of here so that I can get the taigaikus going. I also need to find another male for the Kohaku lames. And do these guys have any eggs? Yep, need to pull those out. It's hot out here. Yeah, the Kohaku Lame. Like I said before, this whole pond stand is grow out fry ponds. And in here I have some wazumis. Doing a little bit of, ooh, they're right there. Oh, guys. What else? Nothing in this pond. Nothing in this pond. This is, I think, Kohaku something mixed with Red King glitters. I don't know. This pond is all over the place, so this is actually kind of like a collective pond. So once they're big enough, I'll pick out the difference in them all and then see if they're all from the same. Like I said previously, all these plants came from different ponds, and then those different ponds carried over different fry. But yeah, those are the fry grow out ponds. Also, that pond pump is done. So all of this is, I mean, it's not new. You've seen that in the previous video. Pulled those out of storage, out of the storage unit, and set them up. They all have plants and obviously freaking mosquitoes. So they're all gonna get hopefully some sort of filtration today. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we got a mixture of ponds, of fish here. I really did a terrible job of keeping things separated, and I'm regretting it bigly. This pond, I sold some fish at the swap. So took some of the bigger guys out of here. There's a mosquito following me. So there's not really much of an update there. And in this little pond area, again, I removed a bunch of the fish and then dumped them back in when the swap was over and they didn't sell. So everything got kind of mixed up. I'll probably leave those there for a bit, but that's it for this pond recap video. Subscribe. See you in the next one.